How have you been? Good evening. It's a happy ending, almost ending of the week and also ending of the month of February. We greet you in the name of Jesus. Let's hope that, and we are hoping that you have all been well since our last time on Thursday. I wish to welcome you all in our today's session where we are going to continue from where we left. But before that, I want to let you know that I'm Mary Kinyanjui. I'm your host today, and I'm not alone in the studios. I'm not alone in this video. I'm here with my very able Madam CEO, Shiru Kimani, and I hope that she has had a lovely week just as you are. I want to welcome you all who are viewing us. You can let us know from which end of the country, from which end of the nation, from which end of the world you are watching us from. And this is Givva, World Tech, your world crew. Kindly go to your app store, go to your Google store, download Givva app. Download Givva app. Let us know whether you are having any difficulties operating it from your end, and we shall enjoy and we shall assist you in wherever you want us to help you in. Welcome so much this evening as we continue learning more and we continue getting prepared for what is ahead of us. We always say you hope for the best and you keep prepared for the worst. So, Mr. Madam Shiro, it's a good evening. How have you been?
I've been well, thank you. Has all viewers?
Yes.
Yes, it has been good. Good week.
Yeah.
We thank God for the gift of life.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow, happy New Year. Of course, it's a happy New Year to you.
It's almost cold now. Happy old year.
No. You know, it's a new year. You were just born yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yes. It is a happy New Year.
Yes.
So, I thank God for another year.
Mm-hmm.
Years are moving very fast.
Sure.
But it's a year of more wisdom.
Exactly.
Increased wisdom.
Let
Yes.
us not tease us. And also increased favor.
Yes.
Yes, I'm glad to have you this evening.
Yes.
I can remind our viewers what's your name and what you do.
My name is Shiru Kimani. I'm an accountant by profession. I've been working for the financial services sector for the last 18 years. And I work in Givva now. Givva is a community management platform. And when we talk about communities, we're talking about our families, our churches, our neighbors, all those kind of communities who come in and help you with your finances.
Yeah.
Because even in those communities, we always have financial management needs.
Sure.
To collect the money and make sure that the money is kept in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And then also communities also include members.
Yeah.
So the members of the communities, we also give them their own products, their own individual products, so that they are also able to save individually for their personal goals.
Yeah.
So that is what we do in Givva, and that is where we say your wealth, your crew.
Yeah.
Because even if you are one rich person among very poor, they end up making your life not as good as you want it to be. So in Givva, we believe in the power of community. Yes.
Also, you told me the other day, you talk of community, and the person who's telling me is going to have a dictionary or else a vocabulary list. When we mention community, we mean a group. A group of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason we call it a community and we do not call it a chama is because when we went in and called it a chama, then we would exclude a very big part of our groups.
Okay.
Groups like churches. You see, you can't call a church a chama.
It is true.
Communities, in a community, people come together to achieve different needs.
Yeah.
So we are a community in church because we want to live together. We are a community in a family because we are born in the same family.
Yes.
And sometimes we have the nuclear family, you and your sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
And then you also have your nuclear family. So then we also have the extended family, which includes uncles, second cousins, third cousins, and grandfathers, and second grandfathers, and all that.
Yeah.
That's still a community. So we use the word community because the group would look like we're talking about chama. But in our case, we are talking about helping those communities. Whether they come together to play football, they come together to play basketball. Yeah. That's a community. And in that community, what we realize that is in that community, there's always a financial management need because even as we play together, you'll find that my son is graduating. Then a daughter is getting married. Then someone has lost a loved one. Then we need to manage funds. And that is how we build our community. communities now. Such that we are not just worshiping together or playing football together, but we are actually there for each other when life happens. And that makes a community, and Givva comes to help such a community. The Chama is just an advanced community. Because that one is looking at money specifically. It's driven by money. Exactly. But communities is driven by many things. Even the fact that we live in the same neighborhood makes us a community. Yes.
Wow, that is wonderful. It's good to have that clarification. Our community. And now, last time we talked about preparedness. Once retrenchment is coming, preparing yourself that one time you will wake up and find that you are no longer working for the company you work for.
Yes. And as we said, and those are the things now that affect our communities, because I think when we live in a community, when one of us is suffering, all of us are suffering. For example, now with this element issue of the Trump saying that they will no longer give aid. A lot of people in the NGO sector are losing their jobs. And you see they all started this year, 2025, knowing they had jobs. And even before 60 days are gone into the year, they are losing their jobs. And those are things that will not only affect the direct people, you know, those people have families. They have families who are going to be directly affected. But then they also have the rest of the community, the landlords are going to be affected. The schools where their children go to are going to be affected. So it's an issue that affects communities and it affects the whole economy at large. And so we said that we need to be prepared, because at no point are we really sure. The only constant thing in this life is change. You get retrenched by an employer. In many ways, it will be that you just lost your job because performance is not as good as it should be. Sometimes you get retrenched because the employer, in a case like that one, and then you also get retrenched from your own business when a fire comes and burns it down. So we are talking about loss of income. When you lose your income, you need to be prepared for that loss of income, wherever we are, whether we're in our businesses or whether we're in our working places where we've been employed. At all times, you have to always have that thing at the back of your mind that anytime you can lose your income, your source of income, you can lose your source of income. Some people don't even understand that sometimes your source of income is your spouse.
Okay.
Yes.
How does that come in?
It comes in because if you're a stay-at-home spouse and your spouse is the one who works, that means that is your source of income. That is your source of income. Yes, so everybody can lose their source of income. Because that spouse can go and get money to someone else. That spouse can die. So again, you find that again is your source of income. So even as you're sitting at home, how are you preparing yourself for that eventuality that it may happen? It may be that spouse is the one who loses his job. So that's his source of income or her source of income is also your source of income. It is true. So you, even sitting in a house, what are you doing to get
this spouse may even get ill to a point of he's unable or she's unable to go to work anymore.
Yes. Health issues, retrenchment issues, death issues. And even separation and divorce.
Exactly.
Yes. They go, and that is your source of income. You know, what I've learned is God gives us different ways of providing for us. Sometimes it may be your spouse who provides for you, but that is God's way of ensuring that you are able to sustainability comes from that person. Sometimes it's a job, sometimes it's a business. You know, we get different sources of sustaining ourselves, and that is what then we are talking about. That way, if it got away, if it got finished, what will happen? Because life has to continue. Definitely. With or without your spouse, with or without your business, with or without your employment, life has to go on. And that is where we say Givva is coming in with a product, preparing for this eventuality. We talked about two things about preparing ourselves. We said, number one thing, we have to have, because life, as you said, life will have to continue. The only thing is, at what level do we want this life to continue? Do we want it to come down? You move from your very nice home, you move from a bedroom to a single room. That is not a very bad one, but because people actually move back to the village. During COVID, you saw thousands and thousands of families packing up their bags and going back up country. So that is one way to, so we are talking about losing your income, but not losing your standard of living. That standard of living.
Yes.
Because we have a standard of living.
True.
So when we lose our income, a lot of times what happens is it goes down.
Our standard goes down.
Our standard goes down because now we can't be able to afford what we were affording before. So we are looking at least your standard of living. Even if it is shaken, it's not drastically. It doesn't go to like a landslide.
Yeah,
because it happens.
You don't go back to square one completely.
You don't go back to square one. So that's what you're doing. One time my friend was telling me that they were going through a retrenchment, and there was a very, very big bodied gentleman in the company, and and then when so how they will be informed that they are going to be retrenched is that the company will say, for this department, these are the positions we are retaining. So they will put a few positions than they were before. So if you don't see your name, then you know it's time to you're gone. And so this structure comes out this early morning, and the gentleman realizes his position is not there. So when I was reading this story, then my friend tells me, by evening, this very
I don't know if you might know what you're just about to say. Okay.
This very big body gentleman, by evening, he was very slim. On the same day. That's a landslide. And that's what we want to avoid. So we say there are two ways we want to make sure that our standard of living does not go down.
We maintain it.
We maintain it. Because what happens when our standard of living is not, when we lose our standard of living, something goes away. Our dignity.
It also goes down.
It also goes down. Your level of confidence goes down. You are not able to. Your relationships are gone. So, but at least you can. So job loss can take away quite a number of things, and eventually, so what happens is that then you find yourself in a situation where you're having even mental issues. Because you lack dignity. When you don't have money at any time, you don't have money, then you lack dignity. I always use the example of when you go to the village for a funeral, there are people who never come and join people who are in the official funerals. They are always sitting behind the toilet. There are people who sit behind the toilet. And you will never find somebody who has money sitting behind the toilet or behind the fence. You see, the funeral is happening here, there is a fence here, then there are people who are on this side. You never find the people, and that's what it's money.
You don't have to associate with that. They are not one.
That's what we call dignity. And whenever we don't have dignity, we lose two things. We are not able to achieve our purpose. Number two, we are not able to associate with other people. So that's what we are looking at. So how do we make sure that even when you lose your job, you won't lose your dignity, you won't lose your relationships, you won't lose, even sometimes you lose family. I told you the other time that every time I've sat with men who are being retrenched, their first word is, when my wife ran away. So you won't lose your spouse, you won't lose your children, because when your wife goes, your children go a lot of times. So how do we do that? And we gave two things. Number one, we say that everybody needs to have an emergency fund. So that an emergency fund is that kit you have that should be able to take care of you for 6 months. 6 full months after you've lost your job. And those 6 months, it is not just paying your house rent. You not say, my house rent is 20,000 shillings per month, so I have 120,000. But what will you be eating in that house? What will you pay your children's school fees for that period of time? So we are talking about a whole package. In a month I pay house rent, I buy food, I buy groceries, I buy fuel or transport. I also have a loan, and I also pay school fees. So that whole list that comes to 80,000 shillings for you to be able to survive from 1 month to the next, you have to have that whole amount. So 80,000 times 6, and you have 480,000. Somewhere kept waiting for that eventuality. Because if you do not have money to cater for yourself for that period, and the following month after you're furnished, then next month you're asking us for money, then we start disrespecting you. You lose your dignity. So we talked about our
emergency fund.
An emergency fund. That was number one, and we said we have a product called Hazina. Hazina helps you save for your emergency fund. And what it does is that it helps you put only 10% of your income. So every time you get your pay, whether you're getting it daily or weekly or after every 2 days or after every 3 days or monthly, or you are in the gig economy. Gig economy is where you go and do act somewhere, and then for that you get 2 million because you are in an episode. So then now you go for 2 months without any other thing, and then you go and do another job. So for all of that, you're able to come and put away
your 10%.
Now you've started building your emergency fund, the one which will cater for you in during that time, whether it's retirement. You realize even the people who are employed, sometimes even your retirement funds take a bit of time before they can be released. It will help you cater for that. And the good thing about Hazina is that even as you put in your 10%, it's money that is going into money market fund, and it is earning an interest for you. And if it's that Boda rider who is saying, if I charge you 50 shillings, 5 shillings will be going to Hazina. So he's able to put as frequently,
as many times as possible,
as small amount as you can afford. So that is what we are giving to the people, a tool to be able to put away the emergency fund.
I think that it's good to remind our viewers that you can get Givva app from your phone, and that is where you are going to go to Hazina account. Just go to your Apple store, go to your Google store, just type there Givva app, Givva, download it in your phone, and then what is the next step that you're able to do after downloading?
You download it, and then once you download it, you open the application, you go all the steps, it goes explaining to you what the product. It is very easy. Then you get to the sign up page where you will sign up, and then you are able to access
the products.
You are able to find the products in the dashboard. You find Hazina, and then you are able to create your goal and say whether you want to be saving every day or you want to be saving every week, or you can put it anyway, even if you are a gig economist. Then put a reminder. It helps create a reminder. So that if it's a daily thing, you're able to say, me, I want, just before I watch this at 9, that's when I want to be putting in my income for today. So it will be reminding you every day. It will be sending you that reminder at the time you send. And then you go in and deposit the money. Start by depositing. Even even that low, you see how it works.
They say as low as 5. And as frequently as you can.
And you go to your profile and update your personal details so that you're able now to open an account. Because Givva is a regulated entity, and we also need to know who owns this money. So when we say Shiko, what's her ID number? How does she look like? Her passport, her PIN. You have to put in all those details so that then now we know these 5 shillings belongs to Shiko. Nobody else can come for it.
What happens if one is just putting your money in Hazina that have not registered the other details?
You can continue putting in, but at the point of withdrawal, you'll have to put in your details. Yes, at the point of withdrawal. The good thing is, as you create your goal, we'll ask you, where do you want your money to go to when you withdraw it? Because when you put it, it goes to the money market. When you withdraw it, we want you to create that account at that point and tell us, I want my money to be coming to my Pesa account. Or I want this money to go to my bank account. In which case, you provide your ATM card and take a photo and send it to us. So that when you say withdraw, it goes directly to where you see. And we put that feature as a security feature so that even if sometimes we have spouses who wake up in the middle of the night because yesterday as you went through your Givva account, you saw some 10,000 shillings, and they wake up in the night and then they want to get transaction. And they will withdraw. The only thing is that the money will still come to your Pesa account. So the only way they can get that money is by having your phone when the M-Pesa is coming, and it takes about 48 working hours from the point you withdraw to the point the money gets into your account. So they either kidnap you or have your M-Pesa pin such that when the money comes, they come in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow. And now, it's a hazina fund, hazina product.
Yes.
Now, I put my 100 today, I put my 100 tomorrow, I put my 400, whatever money that I've listed, I'll be doing my savings there. How long should I wait for my money to earn me some interest?
It earns every day.
Every day.
Your money earns every day. From the time you put it, what we do is that we calculate interest on a daily basis.
Okay.
So we take your 100 shillings and we say interest for today was 10%. So we do 100 shillings times 10%. But 10% is per annum. So it is 10%, then we divide the 10% you want with 365 days. And then we'll give you maybe 50 cents and say this is your interest for today. Tomorrow we'll go and say maybe now tomorrow you put another 100 shillings.
It's 75 cents.
It will be 75 cents because now we do 200 times the interest for tomorrow and like that and like that. And then we load all that interest at the end of the month. Now it will come and show you now you made a 30 shillings.
And now will you be able to see your interest at the end of the month or during the duration? You say I want to do this saving for 1 year, I've blocked my account for 1 year, for 2 years. The interest you see at the end of the year
every month. Every month.
Okay.
But even if you put it for 5 days and you want to withdraw it, when you go to withdraw it, it will tell you you've accrued this much interest.
Yes.
So you'll still be able to say, I put in 500, it has accrued 5 shillings, so I'm able to withdraw 505, even if it is after.
But with the Hazina account, it is a locked account.
Hazina account is a locked account because we want you to create a saving culture.
Yes.
A culture of saving your money, because that is where we are being beaten. In a lot of us Kenyans, we know how to make money, we are earning, and every day we are earning and we are making, we know how to hustle.
Yes.
The problem always comes in
saving,
into the discipline of putting some of that money inside. So we lock it for you.
And somebody may be viewing us can ask this question, or for how long is this Hazina going? The shortest period.
The shortest period is 1 year.
1 year.
Yes. But you're able to put in your data and say, I want to withdraw my money by this time. So we are also looking at the possibility of actually making it more flexible. But at least 6 months you're able to put your money aside. Yes. For 6 months, 1 year, 2 years and all that. Yes.
Wow, that is wonderful. So that is about Hazina. And you go to your phone, download the Givva app. It is going to be of much help to you. If you're experiencing any problem, any challenge with the app, you don't know how to go in about signing in, you can always give us a call at 0702 132 132 0702 132 132. Not really a challenge about the Givva app, but any other question that we will be having regarding Givva, regarding the savings, you can always contact that number and you will get assistance. So Shiro, let's go on.
Number 2, we've talked about number 1 of making sure that our standard of living does not drop like a landslide. Number 2, we talked about something else, and this is our topic for today.
Yes.
Creating an asset portfolio that will support you. Because this emergency fund is only for 6 months. So after 6 months, what are you going to do? The good thing is the emergency fund allows you to be able to continue and even relax, because sometimes when you leave a job, you have a lot of things that you're dealing with, mental issues, you're even trying to just calm down. So this gives you time to do that, and then now you're thinking, do I need another job? Do I need to open a business? Yes. So as that 6 months gives you that. But then there is also something that will help you sustain that even if this period goes past 6 months, how are you going to live past the 6 months? Because sometimes you will have decided then you look for a job. I know you don't have a job that everybody's looking for a job even. So it may take longer. Yes.
Kazi ya kutafuta kazi ni kazi.
Yes. You even need to have the money to put in bundles to be able to send applications. So it may be that you will get a job after 6 months. So you still need to continue going. And this is now when I want to take us back to building. I talked about building a portfolio. I like having that portfolio like a circle. what assets do you have?
Yeah.
What assets do you have that will help you now sustain your lifestyle going forward?
Past the 6 months.
Past the 6 months. Because you've been working.
Yeah.
Everybody we are talking about here has been working.
Exactly.
Yes, these are not people who are, we're not talking about fresh graduates.
Yeah.
We're talking about people who have already started working. And either whether it's a business or it is whatever, employment, even that spouse who is a stay-at-home spouse has been working.
Exactly.
Has been working for as long as they have been married.
Yeah.
So how are they going to, so they need to have something. They need to have something that helps them sustain.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say now, this is where it starts with, we need to do our personal financial awareness.
Okay.
Personal financial awareness is that she could know what she has in her house. That she know what she has in her portfolio.
Yeah.
Because that is where it starts with, I know I am worth 10 million. So what is in my 10 million? My 10 million is because I have some circle shares.
Yeah.
I have my Safaricom shares. I have 5 chicken.
Yeah.
Each chicken, if I were to sell it, it would be 1,000 shillings. So that's 5,000 shillings. Then I have, so I can write everything that I have.
And that is when we see when there is some vetting in the government and you're to your net worth.
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, that is what I mean by your net worth.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the net worth is normally the assets less your liabilities.
Okay.
But now I even want to first of all zero in your assets. Because from the time you started working, and that is, you need to build an asset base that will support you in case you lose your job.
Yes.
And now we also go into financial management, personal financial management.
Personal financial management.
Yes. Because what we are doing currently, a lot of Kenyans, we all get a job.
Yeah.
And then we start working. And nobody creates a plan of, so where do I want to be in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Even by the end of this year, where do I want to be? Then you go into 3 years, into 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
50. You know, you're able to create a personal financial plan.
Yes.
A goal. But we don't do that. So what happens is that you start working, and what do? You come and join. Yes, that is number one. So she will join Givva.
Yeah.
And if she's lucky, she'll find an older person who will tell her, please, ingia tu kwa sako.
Exactly.
Ingia tu kwa sako, inakuanga tu 2,000. And you're thinking and say 2,000. Hiyo ni pesa mingi sana. And you are trying to think whether now you will join the circle or not. But even that is when you're lucky. So a lot of people end up like joining the circle for the organization.
Yeah.
Then they will be told also we have a staff welfare and association here where you get deducted 200 shillings.
Yeah.
And so in case you lose a laptop, that's not an investment. That's money you can only access it when you lose a laptop.
Sure.
So, but now, what we want to tell our viewers today is that somebody has to be deliberate about the portfolio they build. Because today, apart from the good person who tries to put money in a circle and the staff welfare, now that is building your social capital around there. There's also another part there. You also hear, oh, let's go to Isinya and buy some land. Yeah. So you rush to Isinya and buy some land. Then after some time, you hear the boys are going to Narok because Ngano in Narok is very profitable. Then you rush there. So what am I talking about? We never consciously sit down and ask ourselves, what do I want to build? A lot of times depend on what government
people will tell us.
What other people will tell us. And so eventually, what do people end up with? And I'm talking about this because when I went through I told you I was retrenched. Yes. When I went through my retrenchment, a lot of people came and told me, Penina, I'm not chama. Yeah. And in my chama, I've paid a lot of money. I have even 500,000. Yeah. But then now the question is, at that particular point, when you lose your job, can you get your money back from your chama? So you find in our chamas now, I'll come and join him, Shiko, and a few other ladies, and we start, and we say every month we'll be giving 2,000 shillings. Yeah. And now we start sending it to somebody. And then after now, at the end of the year, we realize, hey, our 2,000 shillings is 100,000. Yeah. Then the next thing is that let's go and buy land. Again, what we call peer pressure. We go starting to look for land somewhere. Yeah. Now we buy the land. But then now, she didn't think that her company is not looking When she works, things are not stable.
Yeah.
Now she's put a reasonable chunk of her income, 2,000 shillings a month is not a little money.
True.
And I've gone and bought a piece of land because other people say you buy a piece of land.
And it is jointly.
And it is jointly owned.
Yeah.
Then February I have no job. Now I don't have, we call them having, first of all, a chama exit options. Whenever you're putting your money somewhere,
yeah,
you have to think about exit options.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why you asked me in Hazina.
Yeah.
If I put in what is the shortest period, you are looking at what are my exit options.
Mm-hmm.
So in this chama, what are your exit options?
Yeah.
Because 2,000 shillings or 1,000 shillings or even 100 shillings that you put in chama is a significant amount of your income.
Sure.
So you need to make sure that this amount you're putting it in the best place possible.
Yeah.
So that if you lost your income, you're able to go back and get it back.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible in a way. But now we go into those chamas and we do, and I listened to that lady and she told me, our treasurer, I don't know how to get this money because she went back. She's in Lusinga Island. You know Lusinga Island, what it is? It's inside Lake Victoria. So
next to impossible, getting your finances.
Yeah, in Nairobi, the treasurer is in Lusinga Island. And now you have no way. So those are the things that I say, now we have to be deliberate. Our viewers have to be deliberate. What is it they are putting their money into?
Will they get their money when they need it?
Will they get their money when they need it? But even so as we start working, and we're saying, so where are we going to put our money? Because when we lose this source of income, whatever we have put together is able to support us going forward. Because the other place, what else do we do when we start working? The first thing somebody is thinking of is, I have to buy a car.
Of course.
Because she cannot continue driving when I have no car myself. You go and buy a car. You even take a loan. Circle loan, because now you start putting some money in the circle. And you start putting the list. Then when you learn that in the circle, you just need to put maybe your drink card is 600,000. Then you realize I only need to put 200. Then I go and borrow. Then I give back a car. So you quickly go and buy a car.
Yeah.
So again, because other people are putting. So in your portfolio here now, year 5 or year 10, what is in your portfolio is a car.
It's a car.
Then what else do you have in that portfolio? You have some shares which are already held by a loan.
Yes.
So they are also held by a loan. Let's look at what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Then you also went now, the one who was even
very lucky,
prudent, we call it prudent, very intelligent. He decided he's not buying a car. He went and bought a piece of land. Akasikia, where is it? Akasikia huko Tala, unaenda tena another 10 kilometers, and then kutoka kwa main road, unaingia 2-3 kilometers. That place is going to grow.
So by the time you need your money, you're going to sell that land at some imaginary figures.
So again, they took a loan from the circle. They went and bought that piece of land in that place. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just want us to nationalize with our viewers. So now, the good ones, we have bought a car.
Yeah.
We have gone ahead. We have bought a piece of land. Ingine tumeweka chama. Wamama. Chama,
of course.
And even nowadays, men are very big with the chamas. So they've also put in the chamas. Then and then now we have now, you see the car, several pieces of land, we put some money in the circle, which is a good investment. No, circle shares, which is now held by
the loans.
Yes. And then now we've also gone to the village and built a house.
At least.
Yes, we built a house again in the village. But that's the first thing that we did with our money. We did the first 10 years or 5 years of working. And nowadays, it doesn't matter. When retrenchment comes, it carries the young, the middle ones who have worked for 15 years or 35, it takes away even the 50-year-olds. In fact, when we were doing that retrenchment, somebody came and told me, there's something wrong with the way we operate. And asked him, why do you think something is wrong? He told me, there is no way. We've all panicked. From the 20-year-olds, they have panicked. The 30-year-olds have panicked. But the most amazing thing is, even the 58-year-olds are panicking.
They're still panicking.
They are panicking, and he's like, but these guys were 2 years away from normal time.
So
they should already have already have come
They
up.
were not well prepared
No.
for this.
Those 2 years were very important for them. Now they, in fact, they have panicked more because the ones who are 20, 35 and all that know they can get jobs later.
Yeah.
But the 58-year-olds know this is it. So what are we doing? And so we go back to our portfolio. So you should ask me, Shiko. So what is it what portfolio should we create? So that now, if the circle is not good, the chama is not going to support us. The car, I've criticized it. And the land.
And what is this that we need to do? What investments do we need to have?
What investments? Then what should be that in that? And I will go back to a very, very simple concept.
Okay.
And it's the concept of, and I want to start this journey from the time somebody is young.
Yes.
So it's a young graduate. And I say that young graduate will come and tell him to join the circle, the staff welfare, then we'll start introducing them to the whole land story.
Yes.
The good thing is that Gen Zs nowadays are not so very big on the land story.
True.
But now, unfortunately, it's even better to be involved in the land story. Then they believe in investing in themselves.
Living for today.
Yes, living for today.
Tomorrow will just come.
Yes. So, what should somebody invest? As you start your career, what you want to do is that the money you earn, you don't want, when you go and use it to buy a car, you basically the concept I want to put is, instead of picking my salary and going to buy a car with it, I'm better off going to invest in an asset that will generate cash, and then using that cash, I buy the car.
Yes.
Okay? So now I'm not
taking the whole of my salary, go buy a car.
Yes.
I'm doing some investment that will bring me some money. This money is what I use, not my salary.
Yes.
This money is what I use to go to buy what I want.
Yes.
That's an excellent. So what is this investment?
So now we go to the investment. But what we are saying is, you're not eating your
seed.
The seed. You're planting the seed so that the seed can grow, and then now you can harvest and use the harvest to. That's what now you use. You eat that, the harvest.
But the seed will still remain.
But the seed will still remain. So now when we buy the car, when we take the money into a land, the land is good. But remember that the only way this land will give you back money is by you selling it. Okay? So it is and we go as we go. So the first thing is that when you are in your early 20s towards 30, then you're putting your money in investments. We call them cash generating investments.
Cash generating?
Yes, so that now you're able to eat. Do you know land you can't unless you sell the
inside your land.
Then unless it will grow. It will grow in value. But then sometimes it grows very slowly. But then even to realize the gains, you have to sell the land. Which means now you run a bigger risk of even eating the seed. But now if you've invested, let's say into a money market fund, you're able to eat the interest. Or allow the interest to go back into the seed. And then now you are having a bigger base. And then now you are growing a kitty. And then now you have a bigger harvest. Now with the harvest you can buy your car. Now with your harvest you can go and buy the piece of land. With your harvest now you can buy all these things that you want to buy. But you're not but always remember to pick part of it and take it back to the seed. You see, even farmers, that's what they do. They keep part of the harvest, plant again. So that now your base is growing. So in your early 20s and towards 30s, you want to have a very big portfolio with cash generating assets. It could even be a business. A business is a cash generating asset. It will be a money market. It will be treasury bonds and treasury bills. Those are very good. It could be a fixed income fund. Now you have put money into a place where it's growing and you are just speaking. So now, even if you were to get retrenched at that age, if you were to get retrenched at that age, you will continue eating your fruits. Already. Then now, as you grow older, your income is bigger because you already have your salary, and then you have your fruits. Now you can go and buy a piece of land. You can go and put money in a car. You can go and build now a home. But you're not using your base. Your base remains. Now these are other things that you're doing. Now what we've done is that in our circle, the first thing that we created was something called cash, which is an emergency fund. Remember our 500,000? It's sitting there. It is sitting in our money market fund in Hazina. It's already generating income for us. Then we've gone to the rest of, now we left this other portfolio. Then we see now here we put treasury bonds, we put money market, we put fixed income fund, we put treasury bills, and even that money you have in the circle. The only problem with the circle is that you're very, very tempted to go and borrow, but it's okay. Even put it in the circle. That is all in cash generating assets. Then as we grow older, we give another version of, we give another side of our portfolio where we put now, we call them now the land, the home, all that we call them now capital assets. Capital assets. Even the car can go there. It's not an asset that you want to talk about in finances. But now those are capital assets. The reason I'm mentioning the car is because the car, it depreciates in value unlike a piece of land. Now the capital assets, they are not cash generating assets like land. But what they do is that they grow in value. A home, it grows in value. And all that. Then now at that point, you can be able to even, I have not talked about apartments or rentals. Because rentals include buying a piece of land, but you may not be able to do that when you don't have enough for your base. But now you can go and increase your cash generating assets with a rental portfolio. Now our asset portfolio is divided into three parts. We have the emergency fund, we have the cash generating assets, and we have the capital assets which are growing. Now that is a portfolio. So now already your cash generating assets, but now this is later. Remember when we are 20 to 30, we have funds, the cash coming from interest that we can afford. And even as we buy the land and everything, remember our baby is still there, our tree is still there, it's still having fruit. We're able to take care of ourselves. Even as and now we also have some land and everything. So that is how you build that portfolio to be a very, very healthy portfolio that can support you at all times. There is one cash generating asset that I want to include here. Called GP. Now, before we come to GP, as an individual, how am I going to reach into this that I will be able to invest in all these cash generating incomes? Now that is when we talked about personal financial management. We say the biggest challenge now is that whatever we earn, we spend all of it. Now because now we know retrenchment is coming anytime, our viewers understand that they cannot be eating everything. First of all, 10% goes into an emergency fund. Into our hazina. Then they also need to put, so the biggest thing is how do we manage our expenditure? Because if I earn 30,000, I need to first of all put 3,000 shillings into my side. Then I also need to make sure apart from that 3,000 shillings, there's also another 5,000 that I'm putting in a money market fund. Because now I'm started growing. And that product we have, it is called savings and goals. You're putting your money there. Every month you're saying this is the money. Now I used to buy a piece of land. But it is money that is going into income to cash generating assets. So it's about managing your income. You can't eat everything. You have to eat knowing that a day is coming that you have no control of. Then now you've built a kitchen of this. Now you can go and buy now bigger assets. You see, to buy a treasury board you need 50,000. You may not be able to afford 50,000 in 1 year. But now you can put 5,000 shillings for 10 months. Then now you have 50,000 you buy treasury bonds. And that is what we are calling now. So it is about managing your income. That is why we say these are the people we are talking to today are people who are earning. It is true. But we'll talk about expenditure management in another session. But our biggest challenge is human beings is to manage our expenditure because you earn 50,000 and you spend 60,000. So now you are giving up, and it's always something that. But now we are saying you earn 50,000, but you are only spending 20 or 30,000, so that 20 is going into this waiting for you to lose. If you lost this source,
when the worst comes.
Yes. And now you say this is how you will build that portfolio.
Yeah.
You start with cash generating assets.
Yes.
That's why they say, because they say cash is king.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
Wow.
And cash is king because it allows you.
Yeah.
It allows you to take advantage of upcoming opportunities.
Yes.
So let's go to GPay. GPay is a cash generating asset.
Okay.
And it is a very good asset for it generates cash.
Yeah.
So we pick the money, we'll put it into an asset, and then this asset, and that asset is a money market fund or a fixed income fund, and it will be sending you your cash on a monthly basis. So this is
sending you your cash.
Yes, your interest.
Your interest. That's
your interest. So if I put in, let's say 1.2 million into this asset, GPay. 10% means at a gross level, if it's 10% per year, at a gross level, I earn 120,000 the whole year.
Okay.
Now I'll be able to instruct GPay, do I want to be receiving my interest? And it will go and I say yes. It will ask me, do I want to be receiving my interest every month? Okay, it's giving you an option. It is giving you an option. So I can say, since me I've been retrenched, and now I need, it's a tool that helps me. Now I'll get my retrenchment benefits or my retirement benefits. And still I need to pay for my house rent. I want to pay for school fees and everything. So this is, now instead of going to pick my 1.2 million, the one I have received, and starting to use it, because I am using the seed. Yes. I plant the seed in GPay. Okay. Then GPay will be sending me my fruits. Yes. Every month. So every month it's able to send me my 10,000 shillings. Yeah. At least for your upkeep. Yes. So now I'm able to get my 10,000 shillings. And then remember, my 1.2 million is still there to save. Yes. So it's very ideal for somebody who has put in, you see now, that's why we started slowly. Our Hazina, we can pick it now, we built it, we put it into GPay. Okay. And put it into GPay and start sending us money. And we can use it even when you're working, because sometimes even when you're working, you realize that maybe your mother now has gotten sick and needs monthly upkeep, she needs medicine, and now you're wondering, how am I going to support her? And getting from your salary is getting from your seed. But if you had some money aside, you could put it into GPay, and then now it's sending your mother some 10,000 shillings every month, and now she can take care of it. And remember, it is not taking away your seed. But your 1.2 or whatever amount you put in there, it is still there. It is still there. She's only eating interest. Yes. When she's finished and she's okay, you start getting the interest. So now you can replant your seed now. Yes. So that's a cash generating asset. Wow. Created. It helps you manage because whenever we have money, even the best of us, even me. If I have $1 million, I'll say I want to only be taking the 10,000 shillings. But if I'm left to go and withdraw 10,000 shillings, I'll get there and I'll say, no, let me just add another 5,000. So I'll get 15,000. What's that happen? What that does is, $1 million is getting, so my interest for the next month will be lower. True. Because I've already taken part of the seed. So that's how GPay is a very good product for the ones who have been retrenched. And the ones who are retired, they are able to go pick those benefits, put them into GPay, because what you find is that people rush. People rush into buying things, to buying Uber. You've just been retrenched, you've never driven an Uber. The only thing you have done is being carried by an Uber. You go and buy an Uber. Then you also go and say, oh, so our so-and-so, my uncle put up a hardware and he's doing very well. You go and start putting up a hardware and you don't know anything about it. It's good to go and start a business, but then you want to go and learn about it and everything and start saving. But GPay ensures that the money you have is able to sustain you for a longer period. Instead of eating the seed, you're eating the food. So it means that the money we put in Hazina, in her GPay, in Hazina funds, the same money we get it and then now transfer it to GPay. Yes. We have now come to investments. Like we are now doing Yes. Now you moved from saving to investing.
That's
and it is capable now. It gives you a cash income.
Yes.
If you want it to be cash, there are people who say they don't want the cash.
Yeah.
Let it just continue growing.
But
if I need a cash income because I need to take care of my expenses, now GPay is able to send me my interest in cash automatically.
Wow.
Automatically end of every month, I just find my money in the account.
In fact, that you are employed. Yes. You are getting paid by your money.
You are being paid by your money.
Your money is paying you.
Yes. Your money is paying you, and it is coming to you automatically. So you will never fight with your landlord. The children will not be chased away from school just because you lost your job. You are able to sustain that living, and that is GPay. It's a cash generating asset.
And maybe our viewers may be wondering, you are mentioning about millions. What is the minimum amount that is needed for one to operate in a GPay account?
You can start putting your money in a GPay even as low as possible, whatever you have. But we will only start sending you the interest, because if you put in 10,000 shillings, the interest in a month will be so low.
Yeah.
It will be maybe 500 shillings. So it is not adding a lot of. It's not really an income.
It's not paying you.
It's not paying you.
Yeah.
So GPay will start paying you when you have a minimum of 500,000.
Yeah.
So that now, if 500,000, it can send you a reasonable amount of interest income. But prior to that, what will happen is that when you put your 10,000 shillings, your interest will continue growing, but it is not being sent to you.
Is it advisable for those people who are about to retire, once they get their benefits, they come and do it in GPay?
Yes. That is, it's actually, GPay was created for the people who are about to retire.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that now, when you
still want the money they used to get at the end of the month.
They need it.
Yes. They
need the money even more than before.
Yes.
Because now they don't have another source of income.
And they are not going to be employed anymore.
And they are not going to be employed anymore. So GPay is completely built for that. For those people, where now you come in and put in the lump sum, and then it will just be paying, and you can continue enjoying your retirement. You can even now start planning with that income. You can go back and even put some in Hazina, because it's another income.
It's another income.
You're paying yourself. You're in control of your life. So GPay is that kind of an asset. It's also good for people who have been retrenched. But this is not to say even the person who's working and building towards now. That's what you say. You have to create cash generating assets.
Yes.
Even now when you actually, or the only thing you do is that now this cash, you may not send it to yourself. You let it stay in GPay and continue growing more and more. If I'm working, because I already have my salary as a source of income. So what I do is that I will leave all that money inside of GPay. So how do you create a GPay goal? You go into Givva, download the application. Then now you go to the dashboard, you find the GPay. And GPay, you will go in and it will ask you, how much would you like to put? You will create your goal first. You don't necessarily have to have the money.
Okay.
But now
you don't have to have the 500,000 with you.
But you will say my goal is 500,000. Because I want to eventually. My goal is to eventually.
Once my money is at 500, you will start earning.
Yes. So I say my goal is 5,000. 500,000. And I will put it there and it will calculate for me. So how much interest would I get as per today's rates? And then I'll go in and now create the goal and say I'll put in 500,000 and I want it to not, okay, because now I know I only have 5,000. So I'll not talk about a monthly income. I'll come and change the.
So it's giving you some settings there.
Yes.
The changes
later. But now supposing I have 500,000, I'll be able to come and say I have 500,000. I want to create a goal for 500,000, and I want to be receiving my interest every month or every quarter, or I don't want to receive it. Okay, I want it to continue just growing within the fund. So then it will tell me this is how much your interest will be. Do you want to be receiving all your interest? I could be. Maybe my interest was.
So it is an option there.
Yes. Okay. That maybe it asks for me 20,000 every month. I can say, I want to be taking 15,000. So 5,000 goes back into.
It's going back to my 500.
So if I was I was supposed to send my mother 10,000 shillings, and my 2 million gives me 20,000. Then I'll only send her 10,000. Then the other one I let it be. So it's rebuilding.
And the seed is still growing.
The seed is still growing. We've also given an option because sometimes maybe the amount I have gotten at retrenchment is not enough to cater for the things I need. So what you do is that your interest can be 5,000, but you're able to withdraw up to okay, if interest is 10,000 at today's rate, you can be able to get up to 25,000. That is 2.5 times. But what will happen is that your principal will go down. Your principal will go down. But why we have given a limit of 2.5 is because we want by the end of the year, after 12 months, you still have at least 80% of your seed.
Okay.
But you have been able to take care of your family.
I actually want us to come here as we almost wrap up. I don't have the 500,000 together with me, but I want to start investing for this Givva.
Yes.
In the options. How will I go about it?
I'll go and create my goal of 500,000. When I go to deposit, I'll deposit 5,000. And now 5,000 will start earning for me. And then now next time I'll come and deposit another 5,000.
Am I going to do this thing daily?
Whichever time you want.
Okay.
Whichever time you want, you can do it daily, you can do it. It's up to you. That's the what we are doing. My goal is 500,000.
Yes. I will be depositing daily till the day I achieve 500,000.
Yes. Okay. And even now, you can go now, after you've done that one, you can go and create another goal now for a million. Yes, so why
you have as many goals as you can.
Yes, you can have as many goals as you can, and you're able to. Now, after you your 500,000, you go back and change in your settings and say, now I want to be receiving my monthly interest. Yes. Okay. Yes, so now you're able to do that. So you don't have to have the 500,000 now.
Yes.
You can go with 5,000 today. Next week, one here, you put in 10, that's 15, and you go on. But you have told yourself, me as Shiko, I've had about Givva. By end of June, I am going to be earning that. Yes. I want to start earning that amount. Yes. So you're able to create it and start working towards that. Yes.
Oh wow. Don't forget, download Givva app. And in case there is something that you need clarification, don't forget to call our numbers 0702 132 132. You need assistance. You hear us mention about treasury bills, treasury bonds, and you are there asking yourself, how do I go about this? I can show direct me further. Is Givva going to help me into this?
Yes, we are going to help you into that. You come and visit us in our offices. We are in Westlands, on Westlands Road. We are in a building called MMID Studio. Our details are there. You can also visit us in our website and come and visit us in the office at any point, and you can start working your journey as you start preparing. And this journey, you say, the day you get employed is the day you start working towards losing that job. Yes. The day, the day you get employed is the day you start working towards, the day you will lose that job. What will happen?
So walk this journey together with us as Givva.
Yes.
And definitely you will not be worried when you hear that.
You're sorted out. And so viewers, we've done two things to prepare for our loss of income. We call it retrenchment, but it's loss of income. Number one, we've talked about creating an emergency fund. We've also talked about creating an asset portfolio that will support you. We've also gone ahead and said this asset portfolio, we'll create it in 3 tranches. We'll start with coming up with an asset of cash generating asset, and then we'll go first of all we'll create an emergency fund, we'll then go create a cash generating asset portfolio, and then finally we'll create capital assets like land and all that, so that we'll have a full well balanced circle, full balanced portfolio of assets that can support us at the point of our needs.
So wow, I think this is the best time that we are hearing this. It's very timely.
And nobody should worry. It's not a cause for worry. What we call personal financial awareness is because this information helps us now go back and evaluate what do we have. So am I putting so much money in a chama? Am I putting so much money in a circle and all I have are loans? Sometimes the loans are pay school fees, which we call consumption loans. So now you're able to start evaluating. This is not a discussion to go and make somebody commit suicide. This is a discussion to become self-aware and to start walking the right journey from today.
Wow, that is very wonderful. And in our next session that will be happening on Thursday, kindly keep sharing this video, keep sharing this information to your friends. tag them along into our comment section, call your friends, make them come to know about this. And next Thursday, at a time like this, 4 p.m., we will be live discussing something.
Yes, we'll be live. Next week we want from the month of March.
Yes.
We'll be discussing parenting.
In March.
Yes, we are going to the month of March. We'll be discussing finances and parenting.
Yeah.
And the first parent we want to take care of, a single parent. So in the month of March, we are discussing financial planning by single parents.
Yeah. Yes. Wow, that is enough. You can't afford to miss this. And tell your friends to tell their friends. And that on Thursday, we will be like and follow our page, and Givva will take a page. Like, subscribe, follow, and all the like. And don't forget to start with yourself.
Yes.
Always have that app on your phone, and then do your saving, and then much later you will enjoy everything. I've been your host, Enjoy. Thank you very much. Until we meet next time.
Thank you.